Candace. I'm not organized, but we all know that about me already. Alright. Up here. It's Candace and Mr. Padfoot and Mooney. Will you stop a minute? Lord. Look up there. Say hi. Hi. Say hi. I know, you are focused. You are so focused on that biscuit. He loves his biscuits. Sit. Sit. Kiss. Oh. Nasty. Alright, go over there. I keep losing my glasses. Alrighty, so got some packages in the post yesterday and today. But this one I actually got yesterday, and it is from Cavity Colors. A little background on this shirt and why I had to have it before I unveil it to you guys. You're breathing on me, and it's really hot and irritating. It is almost 100 degrees here in the ATL. Hotlanta is hot today. But, so, right here, I'm wearing this really awesome shirt. Alex DeLarge, Clockwork Orange, Malcolm McDowell, my favorite actor. I have a huge love for British actors, especially older ones. Malcolm McDowell, Tim Curry, Alan Rickman, David Bowie. Even though he's a singer, he still fits in there as well. Sad to hear that two of them are gone. But, Malcolm McDowell, lost train of thought there for a minute, pulled back into the station. Malcolm McDowell was the first British actor I ever fell in love with, thanks to my late parents, especially my mom. She loved Malcolm, and I can't remember what she had seen that made her like him so much, but she took me to see a film he did in 1979. I was 6 years old at the time. And it was called Time After Time. I've talked about this film a lot on my channel, and I forgot to bring it over here. And I see the DVD right there. I still have the DVD she bought me. But, Malcolm McDowell plays H.G. Wells, the guy who wrote the Time Machine book. And his friend, I think his name John Leslie Stevenson, turns out to be Jack the Ripper, and they're in London in the 1800s, and his friend, Dr. Stevens, steals H.G. Wells' time machine, goes to the future, ends up in 1979 San Francisco, and when the time machine gets back to H.G. Wells' home in London in the 1800s, he hops in and follows Jack the Ripper, his friend, to where he went in San Francisco in 1979. So he's trying to track old world Jack the Ripper down in a whole entire new century. Really, really good film. And that's when I fell in love with him. And just a few months after seeing that film, I saw A Clockwork Orange and Caligula. Oh lordy, don't get me started on Caligula. But seeing A Clockwork Orange really pulled me into being such a huge fan of Malcolm. I will watch anything and everything he's in, and no matter how crappy it is, he makes it worth watching because he's just that incredibly talented. And I got a rare chance to meet Malcolm, which was a dream come true, a few years ago at Dragon Con. I hadn't been to Dragon Con in years and years, not since back when I would like perform at Rocky Horror and whatnot. And I was really, really sick at the time. I had just been diagnosed with cancer. I was supposed to be on total bed rest. I was supposed to be resting up for a procedure. And I found out Malcolm was going to be there, and I could not pass up my one and only chance to meet my mother's favorite actor, and he would become my favorite actor over the years. So I had to go to that con and meet him, and I spent 2 days with this very amazing man, and he took a lot of time just to spend time with me and talk to me about his films, his personal life, just so many different things. And he did some really amazing and incredibly kind things. He had asked me how I got to be such a fan of his films, because I brought in a stack of DVDs from him to sign, including Caligula, and that embarrassed him. I saw him signing a couple copies for guys, but I think he didn't expect a female to show up with that, so it kind of embarrassed him a little bit. But he had asked how I got into his films and became a fan, and I had told him my mother was a fan, and she had always wanted to meet him. And then he asked why she didn't come to meet him as well, and that's when I had a total meltdown, and I told him she had just passed away 1.5 years earlier, and I told him, I was sick, and in case anything happened to me, I did not want to pass up the one chance to meet somebody that was my favorite actor, and was that still another connection to my mother, who was a huge fan as well. So he even signed a film print that's like this long, and I'll have to include the picture of him, the thing that he signed, but it was like a long poster print from Time After Time, which was my mother's favorite movie of his, and he signed it to her. No, that was to me. That's actually what it was. Yeah, kill myself there. No, he signed that to me. No, he took a 8x10 film print and signed that to my mother, and it's framed and it's sitting on my nightstand. And that was just incredibly kind of him to do. And meeting him was so amazing. I do have pictures, and I'll include them at the end of this video. I don't, sorry, my poison ivy itches. I don't show those photos often. I was very sick. My hair had started falling out, so I had to get it cut like short, and I had like this little faux hawk going on. And a lot of the medications and treatments I was going through, just like, I'm a little bit of a chunky girl, yeah, but these medications and stuff like blew me up to like twice my size, what I really was, because I was so sick and bald, and it wasn't long after going to Dragon Con that within 4 months I lost close to 200 pounds. I was so sick, and not knowing if I was going to live through all that made meeting him all the more special to me, and something I will never forget. I have a huge poster frame thing on my bedroom wall next to my bed that's a collage of photos from the convention. That, it reminds me of going through such a difficult time, and that moment of happiness it gave me in my life, something I really needed at the time. And for somebody I loved and admired as much as I do Malcolm to be involved in helping me through a very dark and scary time in my life. You can't imagine the power that has over somebody, and definitely helped me get through what I was going through being so ill. So that just adds even more to why I'm such a huge fan of Malcolm and his films. And A Clockwork Orange is definitely one of my favorites. Now, Time After Time is my #1 favorite. A lot of people who claim they're huge Malcolm McDowell fans actually don't know about that film or have never seen it. And I beg you, watch that film. I absolutely love it. Most people know him from A Clockwork Orange. And in more recent years, Rob Zombie's remake of Halloween. But my heart's always going to be Time After Time. But again, I'm a huge Clockwork Orange fan. I watch that several times a month. I just absolutely love it. So when I saw Cavity Colors had this amazing shirt that they were going to be releasing, I knew I had to have it. I sold something just so I could get this shirt. It's not very often you see any artistic vision designs of that film on t-shirts. That's why I loved getting this one so much a while back, like last October, I believe. And all you really see online are very generic type of shirts, like film scenes, you know, just it's a picture from the film and slapped on a shirt. But to see artists actually take the time to work on a really incredible design, you don't see that very often. And as much as I love this shirt, when I saw the design for the Cavity Colors one, I knew I had to have it. It was epic and mind-blowing. So I am going to stop rambling now and show you guys this amazing shirt. They have a new bookmark now and a sticker. And here is the shirt. Now I did open it and take a little peek in there, but you guys get to see it first. And here we go. It is Horror Show. That's just gorgeous. So we got our humble narrator right there, Alex. See the silhouette of him and his droogs there. You see the shadowy face of Ludwig van. You see his droogies right there. We see the Corovo Milk Bar statue there. And the little eyeball cufflinks he has on his shirt. And, of course, the very infamous brutal rape scene at the beginning of the film. But this shirt is just mind-blowing. It's so gorgeous. It really is. Cavity Colors definitely outdid themselves on this one. I love it. It gives me cold chills looking at it. I just love it so much. And it says in here on the tag, a little of the old ultraviolets. So, but like I said, I had to have this shirt. It's absolutely epic, and excellent job, Cavity Colors. I did not mean to ramble on, but I wanted to share more in depth the details, because I've mentioned my meeting Malcolm McDowell a few years ago, and I've mentioned that a few times in videos, but never really talked about it more in depth as I wanted to do for this video. Like I said, I will include pictures of me meeting Malcolm. So funny. A lot of people don't recognize him at, being an older man. They see him as Alex. So a lot of times people have seen those photos and ask, is that my dad? We have the same eyes. But that's kind of weird considering I'm so in love with that man. So it's that makes it kind of creepy when they ask if that's my dad. But like I said, I'll have to include the photos from the con the end of the video. Just like I said, I don't share those too often because I'm very self-conscious about how poorly I looked when I was so sick. And I was huge and I was blood red all the time and in constant pain, no hair, and I had hardly any hair at all. So I'm very self-conscious about that. I do look a lot different now, but I still want to share those photos with you guys. And that is it for us. I know this video is going to be long, and I didn't intend on it happening. There's when it's something Malcolm, I could go on forever and ever about how much I love him. Alright, you want biscuit? Come here. Come here. And of course he wants to be complicated. Go get that one. Oh, it went under the chair. You get it? There's like that much space under the chair. Oh, he got it. Come here. Up. Sit. What do we tell everybody? Say like, comment, subscribe. High five. Kisses. Have a hug. Aww. Say I need the hug. And that is it for us. You get your biscuit and not my fingers. Peace.